Okay, so as you can see now, the board's set up, and the first thing we're sort of experimenting with this a little bit. It's just almost kind of like randomising the board for the moment. So I think Sandy's just going to roll a d10.
6.
So this is the inside one, spin 6. 1, oops, thank you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, another d10 then, Sandy, mate.
5.
If you could be so good to help. Why was it there? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another d10, Sandy. 9. Oh, right, make me count.
Yeah.
Don't do
Makes a
counting.
difference.
Yeah. Where are we? Right, so that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to there, and that's it, because I think the last one doesn't need to move. Okay, this board is it's getting a little bent and stuff actually. So, okay, so what I say, that's just I think we sort of decided it was fairly important, or to experiment with just randomising the board, because we want to try and avoid in the game anyone there always being the same first moves. Oh, and as you can see, it's made some very interesting stuff for Earth and Mars now already, because Sandy on Mars here is very close to Hygeia, and I'm very close to Vesta. So that's going to make some interesting first moves, I think. Right, okay then. So next stage after the first round, there isn't actually an events phase. The second one is resource management, and actually all that happens on resource management is you basically harvest what you've got. So what you can do is you can use your population, okay, and you can use it up to your population to harvest as much of this stuff as you want. Now Earth has a very sort of interesting situation, because it has 9 population and it only has 2, 3, 4, 5 things it could harvest. So Earth will almost certainly use 5 of its 9 population to harvest everything it can. And so at the moment we're just using this as counters. So I have 9 population, which obviously I don't need to harvest population, 1 mineral, so that puts me up to 3, 2 manufacturing, that puts me up to 4, 1 ice, so I'm up to 3 ice, and I have 1 technology. Now Mars has so there we go, so I can just represent those using those there. Mars has a slightly different situation, if I just sort of, well, Sandy can probably say.
Yeah, I start off with a population of 5, but I have much greater supply of resources available. Now, what I'm deciding to do is take 1 point in minerals, 1 point in manufacturing to keep them on a level for now. I think I'll take 2 points in ice. Ice is very important for travelling, so the more you have, the more secure you are in me being able to move. And I'll take a point in technology. Technology is always useful, not only in combat but in movement as well if needed.
Okay, so that's the sort of resource management phase. The next phase now actually comes down to ship movement. So ship movement and combat, although in the rules we've got as 2 separate things, effectively are actually within the same turn. Now, an interesting sort of mechanic that we've got is to try and help with things like runaway leaders. We thinking more along the lines of kind of like initiative and like a role play game. So what we're going to try and help with a bit of game balance is the person with the least resources, which is almost certainly Sandy, they get to choose whether they want to move first or they can defer their go. Because obviously it can be better off sometimes to be moving first, and you can be better off sometimes moving second. So do you want to move first or do you want to defer?
I'll defer first.
Okay, which means obviously I'm the only other player, so I've got to move first. So ship movement. You can see we actually have the stats of the ships down here at the moment. So your starting fleet, you can see there's a little marker there that says Fleet A, and over here we've got Fleet A and my 2 ships upside down there. The reason they're upside down again is a game mechanic we thought for kind of like a bit of fog of war, so that, you know, Sandy would be able to see that Fleet A is 2 ships but doesn't know what they are. Later on in the game, at the beginning of the game, it's kind of obvious they're frigates because that's all we've got. So I will. Well, I can't. I can't ignore the fact that Vesta is right next to me. I don't actually need to take a population for it, although I could. Why wouldn't I? Because my population on Earth is 9. I can't possibly use them all, and Vesta's got quite a lot of stuff that I could use. So I am going to. So first of all, I'm going to split my fleet. So here I just split it. It's going to be Fleet A and Fleet B. So I just moved one of those markers there. Take a Fleet B marker. I suppose I should pick up some population markers or something, but there's not much point because I'm going to do it in one turn. So
declare how many.
Yeah, I am going to move. So 2, 3, 4, 5. I could move 4 onto here. Yeah, I'm going to move 4 population with this fleet, and it's going to go to Vesta. I colonise Vesta. I might just have to hand the camera over to Sandy while I just. Oh, can you get me the Vesta card, please? At the moment, we are using a lot of stuff with pencil and paper. So I said I was going to take 4, didn't I? So my population now reduces by 4 down to 5. Helps if I don't break my pencil. Okay, and Vesta is now under my control. Now it starts off, it actually has a natural population of 3. I've moved 4 people over, so that now population has become 7. So that was now the other thing is that ship movement. I was moving 1 ship, but it costs me 1 ice, so I lose an ice from here. And I think, do I want to move anywhere else? Yes, I do actually, because Venus is looking very tempting as well. So yeah, I'm actually going to move Fleet A. Now it has to go either inwards or outwards as my first movement. I will move it inwards 1. Okay. Oh no, hold on. Oh, I made a mistake. Silly boy. Yeah, I have, haven't I? That's what you get for talking whilst trying to do the thing, because I shouldn't have moved all my population, but I did. I'm going to have to move another population from Earth. So I will remove another one. That was a foolish mistake on my part. And actually we've got some population tokens. So I will move it with Fleet A. So I'm just going to show that with a single population token there. And they are going to move from there to there. And that costs me 1 more ice, because every ship movement costs 1 ice. So I go down to 1. So I've got strange D10s from Vampire the Masquerade. Right, and I think that is my movement over. Over to you, Sandy.
Okay, I'm going to keep my fleet together at the moment, but certainly send it outwards. Claiming a planet. Not quite sure its name. Eris?
Hygeia.
Hygeia, there we go. Didn't take any population with me because I need my population where it is. But I did take 2 ships that cost me 2 ice. So my ice is dropped to 2. That is the end of my move.
Okay, so now it would, in the movement, if anyone had moved into any sections where there was fleets, etc., there would be a combat phase, but that didn't happen. We decided to bottle it. Which would now go to purchase phase. We have actually we're experimenting with making things a little bit cheaper. So a frigate, for example, I would need 4 minerals and 4 manufacturing in order to purchase. So I'm a little bit short of that, so I can't purchase anything at the moment.
And neither can I.
Neither can I. So that's the... Right, so then we come over to the political phase, which is the last phase of the game. So on this...
Are we doing this the new way or the old way?
I think we're going to do it the new way, aren't we? So we turn them over so we can see what they are,
yeah.
But we don't vote until the 4th turn.
Until that comes turns around to...
Yeah, so we store up the populations in that, ready to use, all on a 4th vote.
That's fine.
Or, actually, now I'm thinking about it, you put your votes on, but you can't actually get the character until the 4th turn.
Yeah.
That works.
That works.
Try that. Sorry. Bit of ad hoc rule creation. Right. So, political phase, what we have, now these are exceptionally rough, so please remember we are just doing test of concept. So, there are 2 players, so it's going to be 3 characters turned over. They haven't got names or anything, we've literally just got what they do. So, this is them at the moment. Let me have a little look. So, a fleet +2 to all fleets, total attack value per combat per turn. Ignores minute reduction. Once per combat, re-roll an attack die if it's with a fleet. Roll a d6. Roll d6. Take away this number of another player's counters on 1 character. That would be during the lobbying phase. Reroll 1 dice of defense in a single combat. So it follows the same sort of system for deferring on the voting. So what happens with the voting? You have a lobbying capability. You basically use up these. They have to all go at the end of the turn. But again, with all the other phases, it's the person with the least number of resources can get to choose whether they want to go first or second on this. Which I'm guessing we get
Doing the
9, 16, 17. I'm on 18.
I'm on 14.
Okay, so do you want to go first or second, Sandy, on the lobbying?
I will second.
Thought you would. We have found that tends to be the way. So this puts me, I've got 9 that I can use between these 3. So I could put 3 on each. He's only got 5. Yeah. At the moment we're just using D20s, aren't we, to show this. Yeah. I'm going to put 3 on each for my 9. And I remove my population from that.
And I think I will put on my 5 on the 1.
Okay. And that then is the end of that turn. Okay. So I'm going to stop this little video here, and we will do a video for the second turn, I think, just so you get an idea of what's more happening in action.